Welcome back into BTN Live. Steven and I have given up the two-man game. Instead, we're going to work the three-man weave with Northwestern head coach Chris Collins. Now, guys, I got to be honest with you. I have no skill on the court, none at all. But with you two guys, 3-on-3 tournament, how do you feel about our chances?
I think we'd be good. We got the point guard over here, the defender, set the table. I'm just going to be jacking them up. So I'm hoping you're okay with screening, doing all the dirty
I'll
work.
Rebound, I'll throw my body wherever it needs to go.
If we're okay with that, I think we'll be all right.
I like it. I like it.
Chris, you guys had a pretty nice postseason moment. You knock off Iowa in the quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament. How much of a lift does that give you heading into the offseason, and what has the last couple of weeks been like for you?
Well, I think the end of our season was really good to kind of validate our year. I mean, I was really proud of what we accomplished this year. We had a great stretch in the middle part of the conference where, we won at Indiana, won at Wisconsin, won at Minnesota, and then hit a rough part. Jashawn Cobb broke his foot, and we lost 7 in a row and went up to Purdue the last game of the year on the road, got a good win, and then to be able to win in the Big Ten tournament on that stage, I think for our program and the foundational pieces we're trying to build, it was really a good momentum boost heading into the offseason.
We're going to pick your expert brain now, okay? So we got 3 teams left in the tournament. Let's start with Wisconsin. We talked before we got on the air here about how tough that matchup is going to be. What's going to be the key for them to advance?
Well, I mean, Baylor plays that matchup zone, and the one thing I like about Wisconsin is they're so skilled. Mm-hmm. They pass the ball incredibly well. They all can shoot the ball. I love Nigel Hayes coming off the bench. He's been great for them. I like the way Wisconsin's playing. I think if they're going to have to make some shots. I think you saw with Creighton that Baylor was able to jump on them early,
right.
And Creighton's a little bit similar to Wisconsin, kind of the way they play. I think Wisconsin has a little more size. Obviously, the way Kaminsky's playing. I think if the Badgers can knock down some shots, and the key for them is going to be also though in defense. Oregon in that first half, I think they threw up about 50 points.
Right.
If they can get some stops, I think they'll have enough offense to win, and hopefully they can keep it going.
Chris, what did you guys do against Wisconsin? Because they got you pretty good to start the season at home, and then you guys go to Madison, a place where almost nobody wins on the road, and you took care of business. How?
Well, I think we were a little bit fortunate. They missed some shots they normally hit. I think they'd be the first one to tell you that. Brust was off that night. Decker was off. And sometimes when you miss some shots early, we kind of packed in our defense. That's the way we played this year and kind of lived with guys shooting jump shots against us. They missed some early. And it was one of the few nights we actually had some offensive firepower that night. We had Crawford, Demps, and Cobb all got it going on the same night. So we were able to score enough points, and probably our best win of the year, just considering people don't win very often up at the Kohl Center, and that was a fun night for us for sure.
Now, Michigan's in a different region, but they're on the same half of the bracket as Wisconsin. Matchup against Tennessee, this is not what most people expected to see. Tennessee's an 11. They got a pretty nice draw on the way in after Mercer knocked off the Duke Blue Devils. We won't worry about going there. How does this matchup look for Michigan in your estimation?
I like Michigan's chances. Tennessee's tough, though. I mean, physically, you look at Stokes and Maimon in there. Conzo Martin, I played against him growing up. I mean, he's a tough guy, great player, hard-nosed coach. They're going to be ready to play, especially defensively, Tennessee. But I just love the way Michigan plays offense. I mean, they keep you spread. Everybody can shoot it. They can all handle it. Jordan Morgan's really playing well inside. And I'm a big Stauskas fan. I love his swagger on the court. He's had an amazing year. And Karis LeVert, I mean, the way he's played, those two guys have been unbelievable. And I think if they just continue to do what they've been doing, play their game, I think they'll have a great chance to advance.
So for the last team, you're very familiar with Virginia and their style of Tony Bennett and how they like to slow things down. They almost resemble an old school Big Ten team.
Yes.
What do you think Michigan State has to do to advance past to get this win?
I think it's going to be a great game. I really do. I mean, Virginia is one of those teams. They're veteran guys, juniors and seniors. They play great defense. They're really well coached. They're smart. They don't beat themselves. But Michigan State, man, we played them in the Big Ten tournament. Those guys, they turned it up a few notches. I mean, I noticed that from the first couple minutes when our Big Ten tournament game started. It's almost like that group of guys, they got through their injuries. They got through the regular season. Once that postseason hit, the sense of urgency, I think, is raised a couple more notches. And I love the way they're playing. I just think, Adrian Payne, Harris, I mean, Valentine and Trice to me have been really big for those. They're the X factors. They're making shots. They're making plays. Obviously, Coach Izzo is going to have those guys ready. And I think they'll be favored, but it's not going to be easy. Virginia's going to be ready to play, and they're going to make them work for it.
Kristen, how about this collection of coaches from the Big Ten still left in the tournament? I know you're hoping to get there as a head coach in the NCAA tournament, but when you look at the experience of what guys like Izzo, Beeline, and Bo Ryan have done, not just in the season, but in the postseason as well, I'm not sure you can make the argument that any other conference will bring more to the table in the postseason.
It's incredible. I don't think people realize how hard it is to win in the postseason. I mean, you're seeing it with some of these upsets, and I mean, it's a one-and-done deal. I mean, if you're not ready to play, if you're not making shots, if somebody gets in foul trouble, it's not a series, it's one game. So to see what these coaches have done over such a long period of time to get their teams ready to play at the highest level, to make sure they're peaking at the right time here in March, it's an incredible feat that all of them have done. Our whole league, though, I mean, you look at the coaches, I mean, there's not a guy in our league. That's the thing that, to me, going through it for the first time, I mean, every single night, all these coaches are unbelievably good. Their teams play hard. They have you down scouted. I mean, it's a grind in this league, and it makes you better as a coach. It forces you to be on top of your game, or else you're going to get swallowed up.